Hi, Sagittarius, and welcome to your first of two Zodiac Horoscope readings for the month of May. We are going to be talking about seeing things clearly, something in your life, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a situation you're not seeing clearly, okay? Or it could be just about you. Something about you you're not seeing clearly. Remember, Sagittarius, you can watch this if you were a Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, or if you have your Venus in Sagittarius, you can watch it from a relationship perspective. So first thing out, we're going to get here is a card for something, Sagittarius, you're not seeing clearly. Okay, so let's get that out first. Journey by moonlight, believe in the magic. Okay, and we're going to get a tarot to go with that as well. Sagittarius, journey by moonlight. See, Sagittarius, with your energy normally, you guys are the travelers. You like to get out and about. And maybe for some reason, whatever Sagittarius is watching this, you haven't been getting out and about. That could be the message for some of you. Also here, yeah, you need to get the fire lit under you. There's new adventures. This is a new beginning, a new start, something fresh and new. So maybe for some of you, that's what it is. For others of you believing in the magic, you may want to go back and look at Sagittarius, also in your wheelhouse, okay? You ruling the 9th house, ruled by Jupiter. You love to learn, okay? You love anything to do, for the most part, with religion, with spirituality, your belief systems, right? All of that type of thing. Maybe you need to let go of some seriousness and start believing in the magic when it comes to some of those areas in your life, because there is a new fiery, passionate, right? To get you going, to start looking in to some of those areas of your life again. Now, let's pull a couple cards for what's the truth behind this. Maybe why aren't you seeing this clearly? Maybe in the past you have tried to believe in the magic and you just simply, I don't know, I almost feel because of the way he's shooting the fire out, you got burned in some way and it's just kind of set you off or against maybe it. But the truth behind it, okay, hang on, we have suspension and we have the huntsman. So with suspension, that's the hanged man. Maybe you've never looked at it completely before. Maybe you've only ever looked at it or any of those topics, even when it comes to travel, right? Or maybe going back to school for higher education, taking a course to learn. You've only looked at it from one perspective or from one viewpoint. And here with suspension, it's almost saying, you know what? You need to look at this all the way around from a bunch of different viewpoints. Take the time out to really take a good, long, hard look at it, okay? And with the huntsman, who is he? Justice card, okay. Yeah, you need to find the balance there. Like I said, I think in the past, maybe you got burned in some way, right? And, you know, now you're a little shy about it, which means the scales of justice are tipped a little bit and not in your favor. So maybe this is trying to find that balance again. It could even be in your life. Do you have, for example, the time to go back to school, if that's what it was, or the time to travel? How could you balance that out and make that happen in your life? So that could be a question for some of you. But I feel like I feel like this is, because you're Sagittarius, this is very 9th house, okay? Like I said, anything to do with spirituality, religion, your belief systems, philosophy, long distance travel, going back to school for higher education. There's something in there that you're not seeing clearly, okay? It's lit a little bit by the moon here, but not totally. Okay, so you need a sunlight on it. You need some sunlight, or you just need to look at it from all directions. But this is a potential new beginning for you, so you should really consider looking at that and get the clarity. Now, how do you deal with this new information that I've just given you? We have trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. Yeah. Spirit's bringing you this message because they are guiding you. Spirit, that could be God, Source, Universe, whomever it is for you. They're guiding you through this. They're bringing you to this message today because maybe this is something that you've been thinking about, and you've just, we think about all kinds of things and then we push them back out of our mind and move on and get doing other things. And there's something important here for you to know. So how do you deal with it? You trust your intuition and the Forest Lord. Oh, I love that the Emperor come out. This is just confirmation that you trust your intuition and you believe in yourself that you can do this. I mean, the Emperor is the King of Kings. He believes he can do anything. He does not lack ego and he does not lack confidence, but he also doesn't lack wisdom or clear thinking or compassion either. So once you believe in the magic that your life is truly guided, it's believing that this message is being brought to you for a specific reason. Now, is there an important lesson to learn from this? Let's get a couple of more cards here and we'll see. The Hermit. I just want to say you've got it from within, right? The Hermit's kind of hermiting away to go in and find the answers. Again, that's using your intuition here, right? And trusting that what you're feeling from within is correct. And the Child of Spells. Well, that's the little Page of Wands. And he's always fired up to find new ways of going out on adventures, of learning new things, of acquiring more information. That's what he loves. So trust your intuition and learn these lessons. Trust what you know within and don't be afraid to go out and go after it. It starts here with just thinking about it. Maybe I'm going to say in this case with the Child of Spells, it would be almost like making a little plan. Okay. Then the Knight's the one who charges out and goes after it. So start there. Now, one last card before we go. We're going to talk about how to avoid the energy of, well, maybe where you're sitting right now for some of you, or where you were. Some of you could already be working through this. So if you are unsure how to believe about the magic in your life, or like I said, that ninth house, the one that you rule, okay, in astrology here on that astrology wheel, you may go back to thinking, oh, you know what, tried it before, I've been burned before, I don't want to go through this again, etc., etc. Whatever it is that we tell ourselves or you tell yourself. So how can you avoid falling back into that and to trust your intuition and keep going? Purification, number 30 or number 3 may be important to you. So what I want to say, well, purification is getting clear, isn't it? That's what I'm going to say, that because I'm looking at this like snowy. You are clear. It's crisp. It's clear. It's well thought out. It's right. You're kind of making the plans back here with the little page, taking on that energy. I feel by trusting your intuition and moving forward, you just keep thinking, no, I'm clear about this. I know what I'm doing. There's no fogginess here, right? It's crisp, it's clear. You know what the path is. Now, let me get you some more tarot here for more. Yeah, the sunlight's going to shine in. This is perfect. It's going to help put the spotlight on your intuitive thoughts and maybe the plans that you're making, right? It's going to shine it and help you travel on that path. That would be Spirit doing that for you. If you're at a crossroad and you're like, ooh, do I go left? Do I go right? I feel like, so to speak, the sun will shine. You will get a message, a nudge, intuition on which way to go. The 9 of Challenges. Yeah, the 9 of Swords. You're not going to get caught up, because the 9 of Swords is getting caught up in your head. It's losing sleep. It's panicking. It's frustration. It is not being clear about anything because you are overthinking, and analyzing it so much that you couldn't possibly make a decision because you're too busy analyzing it, right? Stay away from that energy. Stay away from the overthinking and the overanalyzing. 9 of Boons. Look forward to, what I want to say is, getting this done. This is success. This is personal success. The 9 of Pentacles. I want to say that it's personal success for you. It's you having worked through all of this. And doesn't mean you don't get help from people or ask people for help along the way. You certainly can. But it is you having done it on your own. You made the decision to look at it from all angles, to balance those scales out, to not worry about the past where maybe you were burned a little bit, to start believing a lot in yourself, right? A lot of trust, a lot of ego there in a good way, making that plan, trusting your intuition, and moving forward with whatever it was that we talked about in the 9th house, and then being successful. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. There will be the short and sweet later in the month for you. But in the meantime, if you need to go check out some of my other readings for further advice and guidance, do so. You can even look, if say this is your sun sign reading, maybe go check out your moon sign or your rising sign. There could be additional or repeating information in some of those readings. Okay, thank you, Sagittarius.